The Eurovision Song Contest 2010 was the 55th annual Eurovision Song Contest, broadcast from the Telenor Arena in Bærum, Greater Oslo, Norway. Norway gained the rights to host the contest after achieving a record-breaking victory in Moscow the previous year. It was the third time Norway had hosted the contest, having previously done so in 1986 and 1996. The 2010 winner was Germany with Lena singing "Satellite," written by American Julie Frost and Denmark's John Gordon. It was Germany's first win in 28 years, its second since the contest's inception, and its first win as a unified country. It was also the first time a Big Four country won the contest since the rule's introduction in 2000. The semi-finals took place on 25 and 27 May 2010, while the final was scheduled for 29 May 2010. The European Broadcasting Union announced that the voting system used in the semi-finals would change from previous years to balanced jury voting, with televoting. A return of accompaniment by orchestra was also proposed, but did not happen. 39 countries took part in the contest, with Georgia returning after a one-year hiatus, and Andorra, the Czech Republic, Hungary, and Montenegro withdrawing. Lithuania originally announced its withdrawal from the competition, but was later among the 39 participants confirmed by the EBU. A global financial crisis affected how the event was run. Several countries elected not to compete due to budget cuts, and host broadcaster NRK sold its broadcast rights to the 2010 FIFA World Cup to another broadcaster in order to finance the event. Venue. 150 million Norwegian kroner was originally the venue budget agreed upon by Trond Giske and Hans Tor Bjerkaas, respectively the Norwegian Minister for Culture and the head of Norwegian Broadcasting Corporation. This represents a larger budget than that allotted in the 2007 contest in Helsinki, but is not as much as the budget in Moscow for 2009. The revised estimated cost for the concert now stands at 211 million kroner. At a press conference in Oslo on 27 May 2009, it was announced that the show was to be held in the Oslo metropolitan area. NRK argued that Oslo was the only city with the required capacity, venues, and infrastructure to hold the show. On 3 July 2009, it was decided that the venue would be the newly constructed Telenor Arena, in the municipality of Bærum neighboring Oslo. The Oslo Spectrum was ruled out to host the contest due to its smaller size and capacity, as was Valhalla in Oslo and the Hamar Viking Skipet. Visual design. NRK announced the theme art, slogan and design for the contest on 4 December 2009. During the host city insignia exchange between the mayors of Moscow, Oslo and Bærum, marking the official kickoff of the Eurovision Song Contest 2010 season. The theme art, a series of intersecting circles, was selected to represent gathering people and the diversity of emotions surrounding the Eurovision Song Contest. In addition to the base color of white, the logo was created in black, gold, and pink. A preview of the stage design was released on 6 May 2010, featuring no LED screens, opting instead for various other lighting techniques. Postcards. Unlike the 2009 and the 2008 postcards, the 2010 postcards were based in simplicity but also included an innovative idea. They are shown like they could be seen right in the venue, over the crowd's heads. The basic synopsis of the postcards is a numerous group of little golden balls forms the shape of each country. Then, they move and form a screen where we can see a pre-recorded video of a little crowd from inner city of the country about to perform, supporting and cheering their act. After that, a few seconds of the performer of the country getting ready in the stage are shown, and then, the balls form the flag of the country supported. In the part of the shape of the country, there were little discrepancies. Some countries' shapes, such as those for Serbia, Israel, Armenia, and Azerbaijan, weren't completely shown, due to territorial or border disputes in those areas. Presenters. NRK announced the hosts of the contest on 10 March 2010. Those chosen were Erik Solbakken, Hadi Jathu NJIE, and Nadia Hasnouer. Solbakken and NJIE opened the three shows, introduced the artists, and reported from the green room during the voting, with Hasnouer presenting the voting section and scoreboard announcements. This was the second time that more than two hosts were presenting the shows, after the 1999 contest format. Voting on the 11th of October 2009, the European Broadcasting Union announced that the format of the semi-finals was to be changed so that the results would be determined by a combination of 50% national jury and 50% televoting, making it more consistent with the final. Each country's votes were determined by combining the jury votes and the televoting results. The countries with the top 10 highest points in each semi-final then qualify to participate in the final of the contest. This replaces the semi-final format used in the 2008 and 2009 contests, in which the countries with the top 9 highest points from the televoting results in each semi-final qualified for the final. The 10th semi-final place was then given to the country with the highest number of points from the jury's votes, which had not already qualified for the final from the televoting results. On 26 October 2009, the EBU announced that the voting would be open throughout the competition, and would conclude 15 minutes after the end of the very last song. Possible return of the orchestra. A number of fans began a campaign on social networking site Facebook for the return of an orchestra to the contest. In Oslo, for the first time since 1998, with more than 5,000 people joining an orchestra, which had been used since the first contest in 1956, was dropped after the 1998 contest due to rapid developments in music technology, which made backing tracks more useful. Jan Friedrich Høifødt of the Norwegian Radio Orchestra said that they were interested in participating in the 2010 contest if the EBU and NRK approved the return of an orchestra. However, no such change to the contest had been approved. The Interval Act involved a number of live public outdoor dance events from across Europe, which were planned for promotional purposes, but done in the style of a series of spontaneous flash mobs. The outdoor footage was intercut with webcam footage from individual private households. Peter Svaar, head of press for the contest on behalf of broadcaster NRK, said, "We want to share the Eurovision Song Contest, rather than just broadcast it." The 7.5-minute-long song, called Glow, was produced and co-written by the Element team and performed and co-written by Madcon. Pot allocations on Sunday, 7 February 2010, the draw to decide which countries were to appear in either the first or second semi-final took place. The participating countries, excluding the automatic finalists, were split into 6 pots, based upon how those countries had been voting. From these pots, half competed in the first semi-final on 25 May 2010. The other half in that particular pot will compete in the second semi-final on 27 May 2010. This draw also doubled up as an approximate running order, in order for the delegations from the countries to know when their rehearsals commenced. The draw also determined in which semi-final the automatic finalists voted in. The draw for the running order of the semi-finals, finals, and the order of voting took place on 23 March 2010. Participating countries. A total of 39 countries confirmed their participation for the 2010 Eurovision Song Contest, including Georgia, which returned to the contest after its withdrawal in 2009 when its entry, "We Don't Wanna Put In," was disallowed owing to political references which violated contest rules. The EBU announced that they would work harder to bring back Austria, Italy, and Monaco to the 2010 contest. In September 2009, the EBU's director Bjorn Eriksson stated during an EBU press conference that Austria will be back, and that the EBU has reasons to believe that Luxembourg and Monaco were also to participate, and that now we are only missing Italy. In late October 2009, the 2010 contest project manager Ola Sand has stated that countries such as Monaco and Luxembourg have indicated that they wish to participate in next year's competition in Norway. However, the representatives of broadcasters of Austria, Monaco and Luxembourg denied participation in the 2010 contest. Wolfgang Lorenz, the program director of the Austrian broadcaster Österreichischer Rundfunk, informed Austria would not take part in the competition, stating that the contest has been ruined by the regulations. Acute Monte Carlo has also declared that Monaco would not be returning to the Eurovision Song Contest for the 2010 edition, mainly due to a lack of finances to send a monegasque entry. The RTL Group had announced that they were having serious discussions regarding a possible comeback for Luxembourg in the contest for the first time since 1993, but later confirmed that the country would not be present for the 2010 contest either. San Marino also considered returning to the competition in 2010. However, after deliberations with Italian artists, including Italian sister duo Parola and Chiara, Sammarinese broadcaster Radio Televisione della Repubblica di San Marino was informed to withhold returning after failing to receive funding from the Sammarinese parliament or sponsors. EBU had talks to Liechtenstein's only broadcaster 1FL TV for them to join the EBU and become a part of the Eurovision Song Contest. 1FL TV's program director Peter Kolbel had confirmed interest in Liechtenstein's participation in the Eurovision Song Contest as soon as full EBU membership is granted, which may have happened in December 2009. Thus they were getting ready to debut in 2010. Considering a national final concept similar to the German version of the Idol series, Deutschland sucht den Superstar, in November 1FL TV decided against applying for EBU membership in December for financial reasons, ruling out of debuting at the 2010 contest. The broadcaster will now look at other options for funding EBU membership in the future. In 2009, Gillian Evans, a representative of the European Parliament from Wales, stated her interest in securing Wales a place in the Eurovision Song Contest 2010 in Norway. But in the end it was decided they would not to participate in the competition, because their debut was rejected because Wales isn't a sovereign state. Only the BBC has the exclusive right to represent the United Kingdom. Wales could be represented by either BBC Cymru Wales, ITV Cymru Wales or S4C. From July to December 2009, 5 countries who participated in the 2009 contest announced their withdrawal and non-participation in the 2010 contest. The Czech Republic declared that it was to withdraw due to a lack of interest from Czech viewers after 3 successive semi-final failures since their debut in 2007. Andorra's broadcaster Radio I Televisió d'Andorra announced a 10% reduction in its spending budget for 2010. RTVA had submitted a preliminary application to take part in the contest. However, being unable to secure extra funds by the 11th of December 2009, it decided to withdraw from the 2010 contest. After its withdrawal, many former Andorran Eurovision Song Contest contestants expressed their disappointment in RTVA's decision to withdraw, and the lack of publicity the country will now receive by not being contestants in the contest. Hungary withdrew from the 2010 contest due to financial difficulties of the national broadcaster Magyar Televízió. Montenegro and the Montenegrin broadcaster Radio Televizia Crnegor also withdrew because of financial problems, in a way to reach financial consolidation after 3 years as an independent state. Lithuania's broadcaster Lithuanian National Radio and Television initially announced its formal withdrawal from the contest after failing to achieve the necessary funds of 300,000 litres for participation. It was later confirmed by the EBU that Lithuania would indeed participate in Oslo. Funding was eventually given by Lithuanian company TOLT, which allowed Lithuania to participate in the contest. Results: Semi-finals. 34 countries participated in the semi-finals of the contest. The semi-final allocation draw took place on 7 February 2010, while the draw for the running order was held on 23 March 2010. To keep tension high, the qualifiers were announced in random order, and scores were published online only after the final took place. Semi-final 1. The first semi-final took place in Oslo on 25 May 2010. The 10 countries in this semi-final with the highest scoring points, according to a combination of televotes and jury votes from each voting country, qualified for the final. The wildcard option from the previous contest has been dropped. France, Germany and Spain voted in this semi-final. Notes: 1. Contains one phrase in English. Semi-final 2. The second semi-final took place in Oslo on 27 May 2010. The 10 countries in this semi-final with the highest scoring points, according to a combination of televotes and jury votes from each voting country, qualified for the final. Norway and the United Kingdom voted in this semi-final. Notes: 1. According to Paddy, the title of this song means "easy to see." The final took place on 29 May 2010 at 2100 CEST in Telenor Arena, Bærum, Akershus, Greater Oslo, Norway. The Big Four, and the host country, Norway, qualified directly for the final. From the two semi-finals on 25 and 27 May 2010, 20 countries qualified for the final. A total of 25 countries competed in the final. The voting system used was similar to that used in the 2009 contest, but viewers were able to vote during the performances. The voting window ended 15 minutes after the conclusion of the songs. Notes: 1. Contains one phrase in English. Spain was given a second chance to perform after Denmark, following a stage invasion by Jimmy Jump during their performance. Voting during the final, countries revealed their votes in the following order: Romania, Ireland, Germany, Serbia, Albania, Turkey, Croatia, Poland, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Finland, Slovenia, Estonia, Russia, Portugal, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iceland, Denmark, France, Spain, Slovakia, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Latvia, Malta, Norway, Cyprus, Lithuania, Belarus, Switzerland, Belgium, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Israel, Macedonia, Moldova, Georgia, Sweden, Armenia. Scoreboards: Semi-final 1. In the first semi-final, one unknown country had only a jury because the votes of the country did not meet the EBU threshold. The split jury televoting results were announced by the EBU in June 2010. Only the split totals received by each country were given, not the full breakdown. 12 points below is a summary of the maximum 12 points each country awarded to another in the first semi-final. Semi-final 2. The jury televoting results were announced by the EBU in June 2010. Only the split totals received by each country were given, not the full breakdown. 12 points below is a summary of the maximum 12 points each country awarded to another in the second semi-final. The split jury televoting results were announced by the EBU in June 2010. Unlike in 2009, only the split totals received by each country were given, not the full breakdown. 12 points below is a summary of the maximum 12 points each country awarded to another in the final. Other awards: Marcel Bezenkon Awards. The Marcel Bezenkon Awards were first handed out during the Eurovision Song Contest 2002 in Tallinn, Estonia, honoring the best competing songs in the final. Founded by Krista Bjorkman and Richard Herry, the awards are named after the creator of the annual competition, Marcel Bezenkon. The awards are divided into three categories: Press Award, Artistic Award, and Composer Award. OGAE Organisation Generale des Amateurs de l'Eurovision is an international organisation that was founded in 1984 in Savonlinna, Finland by Jari-Pekka Koikkalainen. The organization consists of a network of 40 Eurovision Song Contest fan clubs across Europe and beyond, and is a non-governmental, non-political, and non-profitable company. In what has become an annual tradition for the OGAE fan clubs, a voting poll was opened allowing members from different clubs around the world to vote for their favorite songs of the 2010 contest. Below is the top 5 overall results, after all the votes had been cast. Barbara Dex Award. The Barbara Dex Award has been annually awarded by the fan website House of Eurovision since 1997, and is a humorous award given to the worst-dressed artist each year in the contest. It is named after the Belgian artist, Barbara Dex, who came last in the 1993 contest, in which she wore her own self-designed dress. Incidents. The performance of Daniel Digest representing Spain was disrupted by Catalan pitch invader Joan Marquet, also known as Jimmy Jump. The performance continued as Marquet, wearing a baratina, joined in with the carefully choreographed routine, but he ran off when security personnel appeared on the stage. Spain was subsequently allowed to perform their song a second time at the end of the show. Commentators. Most countries sent commentators to Oslo or commentated from their own country, in order to add insight to the participants and, if necessary, provide voting information. Participating countries. The commentators of the 39 participating countries are as follows. Non-participating countries. The commentators of the non-participating countries are spokespersons: Albania, Leon Menkshi; Armenia, Nazani Hovhannisyan; Azerbaijan, Tamila Shirinova; Belarus, Alexei Grishin; Belgium, Katja Retzin; Bosnia and Herzegovina, Ivana Vidmar; Bulgaria, Desislava Dobrova; Croatia, Mila Horvath; Cyprus, Kristina Metaxa; Denmark, Brian Rice; Estonia, Rolf Jr.; Finland, Johanna Pirtilahti; France, Audrey Chauveau; Georgia, Mariam Vashadze; Germany, Hape Kerkeling; Greece, Alexis Kostalis; Iceland, Johanna; Ireland, Derek Mooney; Israel, Ofer Naxhon; Latvia, Carlos Burmeisters; Lithuania, Giedris Masalskis; Macedonia, Maya Daniels; Malta, Chiara Siracusa; Moldova, Tanya Serga; Netherlands, Jolanthe Cabal van Kasbergen; Norway, Unrimin; Poland, Alexandra Rosiak; Portugal, Anna Galvo; Romania, Malvina Servanshi; Russia, Oksana Fedorova; Serbia, Maya Nikolic; Slovakia, Lubomir Barjanuk; Slovenia, Andrea F. Spain, Ainhoa Arabizu; Sweden, Eric Sard; Switzerland, Krista Rigozzi; Turkey, Meltem Erzan Yazgan; Ukraine, Irina Juravska; United Kingdom, Scott Mills.